Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, the 21st of November 2022, and it's like after 8, I know that much, 8:11, there you go. I thought I'd make my video now because I got a full day ahead of me. Victor called to give me my heads up, which was, oh, thank God. So I'm at the point now, even though it's just like utterly ridiculous even to myself, because really it is ridiculous. I'm nearly 37, yeah, that I sleep through the alarms. Though this new annoying sound I've put on it and turning on the voice options to tell me how fucking lazy I am and that I absolutely need to get up is actually helping. So I was semi-awake, but I knew that he was going to call, so I just stayed in bed until then. And Boss stayed in bed until he's not even up yet. That's actually the case. Boss is still in bed. Very cozy, very lucky, very much making me wish I was still a dog. And I say still a dog because I do believe that we've all been here for quite some time, as in lifetimes. Unlike most people with, what's the word I'm thinking of? Reincarnation. I definitely don't think that as humans we go back. We always go forward. But each new lifetime brings new lessons that are harder than the last. So, anyway, getting porridge because I'm growing up on one level and have no food on the other level. So porridge is where I'm at. And since I didn't achieve even half of what I had thought that I would over 3 days, because I did not know I use my phone the amount that I do, but I do, so fuck all I can do about that except trying to figure out how to not use it so much, which would be fantastic, except that I don't really see people all that often and that's how they communicate with me. But I've been really thinking about this whole tutoring thing. So my first thing will be to see how today goes. I've been reading through my note taker's notes, which is helping. I can't believe it, but I realized, where the fuck is my phone stand, man? Can't start my day already feeling like I've broken my hand, which is kind of starting to feel like that. So I might just pop this all there for a second while I figure this shit out. Oh, and FYI, here's something I found funny. Oh, sorry, you've got to see my hand for a second. Here we go. Alright, so yesterday I made a video. As we do, as I do. I'm a daily vlogger. I make videos all the bloody time, yeah? And don't want to burn my porridge, do I? So what was I going to say? Yesterday I made a video the same way I always make them. And then I went to upload it. It's just me tying my porridge together. I went to upload it and it was the wrong way around. Like, so when you're like making a video for, say, YouTube purposes, like I am, and I obviously had to learn this as I as I went along because I didn't know any of this when I started. When I started, I had literally no plans on making a YouTube channel whatsoever because I wanted everything together on my website. Didn't quite work that way because the website was like, to do what you want to do, it's better to set up a, I need coffee. Better to set up a YouTube channel, that's what I'm trying to say, yeah? Which I still find interesting because I know I have followers on one that don't follow on the other. And if you're only following my actual website, which is lifesastory.blog, at least you get all the information, yeah? Whereas my YouTube channel, which I still have to figure out these whole handles things, because it's, far as I can tell, like hit and miss, depending on if I can get someone to find it. Like sometimes I'll meet someone and they'll be like, oh cool, what's your channel? They'll go onto YouTube. I tell them exactly what it's titled as, and I'm the first one that comes up. I go onto YouTube again and type exactly the same bloody thing, and nothing comes up. Nothing for me anyway. So I don't get it. I'm sorry that I'm moving so much, but I have class in 45 minutes and I don't tend to eat breakfast all that often because of the medication I take, right? But I'm becoming more and more highly aware of the fact that my medication is screwing my rest of me, yeah? But like we all know, we got taught this in kindergarten, I'm sure, that we need to eat regularly, right? And I'm definitely not someone who, like, how do I put this? I love food. I love eating. I cannot stand cooking, especially by myself, because I find it incredibly boring and will even go as far as saying depressing. And considering these videos are not only to help myself work through my own bullshit, but to hopefully help others, I definitely, oh Jesus, look at the light. I'm definitely not trying to make it worse for the next person. When I say I find it depressing to cook for myself, it's just that I'm saying it out loud. And when it comes to me, I'm fairly certain the difference between me and so many people is that I just say it, whatever it is I'm thinking, yeah? And like I will keep saying, I am getting better at how I deliver news. Not the greatest, but better. And I think that's another reason why I've realized that I need to, like hold off on the Toastmasters, because I mean, Jesus, go back to the beginning of my very first fucking month of blogging, which was December 2020. And even though my website very much needs upgrading again, which I have to do something about because my domain is renewing on the 30th of this month. So I obviously want to keep that. And then my plan will renew, I think it's set on the 21st of December. And I really, really need to get it sorted because I need to link my YouTube channel to my website. I need to link contact details. No, I'm not giving out any of my personal contact details. But I think you can all understand why. But yeah, so I was more bummed and pissed off at myself than anything yesterday. It wasn't until later on that evening, God almighty, this is a very shocking video. I even agree with that, alright? I agree this is a poorly made video, but it's a video nonetheless, right? So, let's put you there for a second. Now, I am dressed and showered and all that wonderful thing. I just wanted to make this now. So, I've been really thinking about it, yeah? And I talk about abundance a lot, yeah? Now, I know that I'm looked after. There is literally no way for me to prove that. But I guess it's a lot like the religious people who are like, God's with us. The only difference being is, I think it's really sad that people truly believe that there's this like judgmental, vengeful, send you to hell bullshit, because that's right, really what I would call major head fucking, yeah? Like, I really don't understand why people aren't more worried about what's going on the fucking planet that we live in comparison to what will happen when we die. I'm of the opinion that everyone is still wrapped up in these religious, man-made, power-controlling things. Are all going to come back and have to see in another lifetime just how much that does not work. But I probably should check on my fucking porridge, right? Smells good. Makes me think of being a kid. Just takes longer to cook than I like, or maybe it's not the fact that it takes longer, it's the fact that I'm a shitty cook and I walk away from things way too often and do what I've done, and that would be burn it to the bottom of the bowl. I think it's salvageable. It's salvageable. So, lesson number 1, Olivia. Pay more attention. Yes, right. So yesterday when I had my first video, and I was, wait 1 second. Andrew has helped me see all the annoying things that I do when I make videos. So I'm trying really hard to like make sure I don't continue to do that shit. But obviously banging my fucking spoon on the pot is one of the ones he mentioned. What am I trying to say? Okay, so 3 days without my phone, solely focused on uni, was impossible. I really enjoyed the first night where I turned the phone off, yeah, and left it off until I woke up, and I was all good with that. Yesterday I did sleep in, right? So this is again, as I talk about sometimes in life, or as my therapist uses the example of the Sliding Doors movie, I think it is, where you can see the alternative paths, yeah? So when I got the message from Victor this morning, or yesterday morning, sorry, being like, hey Liv, are you up? And I saw the time and I was like, fuck, I'm meant to be ready to go, like out really soon. And I'm watching the pot and the steam. And I was nowhere near it because, I don't know, sometimes like this morning my alarms work perfectly. And like I've said, I went through the phone and picked the most irritating, annoying noise I could possibly find so that there was no way I could sleep through it. And I didn't. So I don't really know how that happens on other days. So, the amount of times I fuck up my porridge is too many to count. So I'm really trying to be careful, even though I know I'm at like nearly 14 minutes of talking and just moving around. I think maybe I'm at that point where I need to turn it off. Hold on. Well, I definitely fucked it up. You wouldn't think you could fuck it up, right? But, you know, I wanted to have a one-woman show for as long as I can remember, titled something along the lines of What Not to Do based on Liv's fuck-ups. Purely for no other reason except that I think it would be really fucking funny, yeah? Like, I'm obviously past the point a long time ago regarding how people perceive me in senses. Like, I will pick up my camera and make a video in any state that I need. Whether I look good, I don't look good, I've just woken up, I'm out of the shower, I clearly haven't done my hair. You name it, and I'm probably going to talk about it, yeah, at some point. I have obviously realised as I go that there are stories that can't be told as they're happening. So they will all, I will be, swear to God, it never looks quite the way I reckon it's supposed to, but hopefully it tastes okay. Got brown sugar, especially for my porridge. I have to show you this. Let's face it, guys. This is what I do now. I show people crap. Look at how my pot looks. That's not good, is it? So, also, if you follow my website and have been so I don't know why this happens, yeah, but if someone's posted on my website a comment, yeah, and I don't know, maybe it's because they've posted before, like on my website I'm supposed to control who's allowed to post what comments, yeah. YouTube is different, you can post whatever the fuck you'd like, and if I don't like it, I'm just gonna delete it, yeah. It's the same with my website, except that it's in Tupperware, so does it go like hard? With my website though, I'm definitely supposed to be able to approve or disapprove these fucking comments. So Rory, I'm gonna guess that you're still watching my stuff, yeah? Whether you've got a fake account, you're lurking, you're on YouTube, whatever the fuck it is that you were doing. But I only had it brought to my attention quite recently, because I don't fucking know this was happening. I'll tell you what, that you've been commenting on all of my posts. Now, I would have really thought that you would have liked to have learnt the fucking lesson. I banned you from my YouTube account, yeah? I'm very aware you don't need an account to watch YouTube, okay? But I would say the fact that I banned you says something. So, constantly commenting on shit in my website, because I didn't want to be the person who blocked you on everything, because I hate when people do that. I'm not that person, okay? There's a side of me that is in the darkness. I talk about the darkness all the fucking time, yeah? Not because it's fun or it's interesting, or it might be interesting, I don't know, but it's a goddamn fucking pain in my head, let's face it, yeah? So I really detest blocking people, okay? This cancel culture we live in, this blocking people with no fucking thought about it, like absolutely just ignoring people instead of just replying and being whatever the fucking reply is, one word, couple of sentences, anything. But leaving someone on read and never ever contacting them again is horrible. And Rory, I gave you the benefit of the doubt, okay? Because I know that you watched and read everything, and I couldn't handle your fucking shit any longer. I couldn't, okay? So I had to do what I had to do, but I did not block you on my website, yeah? I am going to be blocking you on my website, Rory. And I guess I'm saying this to everyone, because if you do follow my websites and took notice of the fact that yesterday I went through and started replying to your comments, Rory. And the more I read, the more angry I became. Yeah? Not an excuse, just a fact, okay? So this is more for anyone else's sake than really Rory's at this point, because I was already in a mood yesterday, because I know I'm an intelligent person. If you can honestly believe this, I had a full-blown breakdown, crying my eyes out like I do, because it's becoming my default. I guess crying my eyes out and getting sad is still a better default than getting angry, but neither are really very fun at my end, yeah? But it wasn't until later, hours later, where I was talking to someone, fucking dog fur in my shirt already. How does that happen? Anyway, 2 seconds, yeah, let me finish what I'm doing. Got classes in like 25 minutes. So what was I saying? So yesterday I had a breakdown, it ruined my day, it caused me to have a full-blown fucking, again, and like basically panic attack, blah, blah, blah. And it wasn't until hours later that I was explaining it to someone that I realized how utterly ridiculous my mind is. Because what caused me to break down yesterday while watching the seminar is that on every seminar we do, they give us practice exam questions, right? So like with the exam, there's no software involved. The software is for the other assignments. But there's like the exam's based on multiple choice, yeah? Anyway, at the end of every assignment, a seminar, like I said, they give us these multiple choice questions. Now, this is where I feel really ridiculous. I'm not going to say dumb, because that's really going to counterpoint what I'm about to say. But they put these questions up. I see ya. Good morning. They put these questions up, and I was able to do the math in my head, yeah? So I was actually able to answer them relatively easy enough just by the fact that I actually love numbers and love maths. And I used to be really fucking good at maths, like a really, really, really good student. And that is what kills me these days. It's the feeling of being so fucking dumb when I know that I'm not. But it's the circumstances and the situation and the scenarios that are happening around me adding to it. So I got the answers correct, right? I was really happy. I was like, okay, based on what I know, based on what I'm seeing, I literally calculated the answers in my mind without really thinking about it, got the answers correct, which most people would be aesthetically fucking happy about, obviously. But it was what happened next that caused the breakdown. And what happened next was we had to use the formula given to us to figure out how to get that number, the answer. And that's when my brain goes, I'm out. I don't know what else you want from me, yeah? I gave you the answer, you got the answer correct, why are you putting this bullshit in front of me? And that's when my brain's like, I don't want to talk to you anymore, Liv, and I start crying. And unfortunately, if you've been following along for a while, you will know that I'm really doing well in my life, generally speaking. I've made some new friends, added in tennis, had to make the growing up decision, as hard as it is, to finish uni before joining Toastmasters, all sorts of things like that. But I just couldn't fucking believe that I had a full-blown meltdown. Why am I eating porridge with a fucking teaspoon? Must be the sugar. Because the formulas fuck with my head. And they ruined the entire rest of my day. And then so I was like, okay, I must smoke some weed and take some Valium until it calmed the fuck down, yeah, which I did. I must admit, I cried off and on for the afternoon, because once I spiral, and you need to read my post for these to make sense. I'm not going into huge detail. I sound like my lecturers. I'm not going into huge details in these videos You need to read things in between, yeah? But yeah, it's that feeling of being alone and then my mind deserting me, like just out the door. Nope. And honestly, I felt so fucking stupid for so many hours until it was that I was talking to Graham, I think, and I was like, oh my god, how the fuck did I fucking get down? Did I forget this? Porridge needs to be eaten hot, so I'm gonna hurry the fuck up. But yeah, like I said, I went through the notes again last night. So I had my note taker's notes. I also actually have 4 weeks worth of notes from the last time I did it, which are also good. So I've just put all the notes and the seminars and the classes and everything together to keep it easy. I will not be doing any more of the stuff that I did like last trimester as far as I'm concerned, aside from my note taker's notes, which will go into the binder I need. Everything I've already got. It's done, it's there, it's in front of me, right? And I said to Victor, I was like, look, I can't spend the last 3 trimesters of uni doing this, breaking apart and feeling like uni is causing me to go, it's like, have a bad uni day or bad uni moment, and it's from here to suicidal thoughts galore in such a very short time frame. I don't have the energy to be dealing with that crap, yeah? So I'm trying to kind of focus on the good, which at this moment is the fact that I genuinely do like numbers and have been able to do math in my head for quite some time, which is, ironically enough, the reason why I was so excited to do this unit when I first started uni. It's just now that it's 6 years later, and this now happens to be a make or break because I literally have to pass it to continue to do my last 2. And that's what's putting the pressure on. And so I said to Victor, he's like, I'm no maths whiz. And I was like, look, it's not even so much about that. I'm going to pay for these tutors I spoke to. I've made that decision. I won't be ordering in my meals to get delivered to me anytime soon. I might have to go back to just like eating Marmite and toast, which is fine, but I need that. But I asked Victor if there'd be like any chance. Oh, I see ya. I'm gonna open the door though so you can get in and out. Here you go, it's open. Go on. Oh, my baby is so cute and so silly. Look, it's open. Look. See? Good boy. It's open. And you have breakfast, so don't pretend like you know. So, yeah, basically, Victor has said that he will hang out with me for, an hour, maybe 2 throughout the week. And then that way, at least I can at least just talk to someone to help it and get into my head, because like I said, I've been actually really looking forward to this unit. And obviously somewhere along the way I lost myself, but it's all good. So only today is the first day of week 3. I do not work. I mean, I have storytelling stuff, which I've got no idea what the hell's going on with. Truthfully, my next storytelling workshop isn't until like January, February, so all good by me. So yeah, I guess that's where I'm at. I basically just need someone to talk to while I work this stuff out so that I don't panic. And I don't know, I've been doing this my whole life. Didn't graduate freaking high school simply because I cannot fucking do shit that causes my brain to just go, I'm out of here. Apparently it's an ADHD thing. All the medication in the world helps me focus, helps me be alert, stay awake, blah, 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 blah. Doesn't help my brain from running away though. No. But it's 8:40 and my porridge is getting cold and I'm about to hit 30 minutes. So I'm just going to sum it up by saying I've got class at 9 for an hour. I've got my seminar from 11 to 1. Victor is going to come here and meet me after my seminar so we can go take Boss for a walk/run because Boss desperately needs it, and so do I know that. And I'm looking forward to that, and I'm going to ask him to please help me fill out those silly day fucking trimester things because I need to put all my due dates and then all the week ones before, and at the moment it's just in my living room upside down, not even looking at it, and yet I paid $22 for them. Thankfully one of them fits directly from like where all the writing by my bed is, so I can just put it there so I can see it every time I wake up, which will be motivation to get up. But I am feeling better, and that's the main thing. And the only other thing I really need to remember to do is to go to the pharmacy because I'm out of some of my meds and they're the very important ones. So that's me for now. 31 minutes, 12 seconds. It's a long one, but not too long. Have a good Monday. Bye, everyone.